This conference will now be recorded.
Good evening, everyone. This is the December 23rd meeting of the Climate Smart Kingston Commission. I'm going to call the meeting to order. It's 5:04 p.m. My name is Julie Noble, and I'm the chair of the commission. And with me, we also have Commissioners Betta Broad, Melissa Iacchetta, Kevin McAvoy, Serena Pepper, Karen Sullivan, and John Wackman. And this meeting is being recorded. So we do have, for the record, I will state that we have 3 commissioners excused: Jessica Coonan, Dan Smith, and Cal Truman, and also our Common Council liaison, Rennie Scott-Childress, is excused. So hi, everyone. I hope everyone's doing well. We are going to push through this agenda, and maybe we'll get out a little early tonight. We don't have any guests, so there's no public comment. Are there any modifications to the agenda? Okay, hearing none, we need a review and approval of the November 2020 minutes. Are there any comments, concerns, questions, or a motion to approve?
I'm so sorry, Kevin. I never sent you that last 15 minutes or something that I was supposed to cover, which I do have, and I remembered it this week, but then I ended up having to come to Connecticut because of childcare issues and left my notebook in Kingston. So anyway, I'm so sorry that I didn't get you those.
I might be okay because
I can still get.
You guys look at it and tell me if it's okay.
Sorry.
I actually had the audio on, and I was on another meeting. This is the second time I've tried this, like 2 Zoom type things at once.
Oh God, Kevin.
You can be in 2 places at once.
Nope. That's
on Zoom or GoToMeeting. Yes, you can, but you might crash.
Or totally go crazy. I can't believe you were doing all that.
Yeah. Well, it was only for 15 minutes.
I didn't notice any gaps in the minutes. I mean, I think it looks fine.
Yeah, fooled me.
Yep.
Well, okay. Thanks. Thank you for covering, Kevin. I apologize. Things have been crazier than usual in my world.
I think we're all dealing with crazy, so that's fine.
Glad
take care of what you have to do.
A whole nother state of mind, Betta.
So if everyone's okay, then I'll take a motion to accept the minutes.
Move to accept the minutes.
Can I get a second? Got it. Okay, all in favor?
Okay. Aye.
Anyone opposed or abstaining? Karen, Serena, can I get a something? Thumbs up? Shout out?
Aye. Sorry, had to find my button.
All right. Karen, you in? We're going to assume that no response is a yes. And if she comes back and says otherwise, we will modify it. Okay, thank you, Kevin, for putting that together. All right, a climate action plan update. Our climate action plan press release went out today. Hopefully you've all received it. Everything is really coming together. The Facebook page is set up, Facebook event rather. The Engage Kingston page is set up. The meeting is on January 14th at 5:30. It's going to be a webinar, and folks are going to, you don't need to pre-register. So this will be the kickoff meeting, and folks can go to engagekingston.com/climate-action-plan for all information. A survey is going to be posted, a values-based survey is going to be posted on the 7th to start to gather information from the community about what's most important for our next climate action plan. And a postcard is going to be going out the first week in January to help drive people to the website and to the meeting. So it's been an incredible amount of work on Citizens for Local Power's part, and also Summer Smith and Ruth Ann and Deborah Frank here in the city, and many of us. And it's great, and it's coming together.
You sound excited. It's a huge accomplishment. That's pretty great.
We have a logo and everything. So it is exciting, and I hope that you can all make it. So go ahead, and I sent out the press release, and hopefully we'll be seeing that in the news in the next couple days.
Okay. Well, I'll put it on the Facebook page, so y'all go and like it and share it.
Thank you.
I have one question.
Yep.
Does in the way that it is structured and organized, is it pretty similar to the Ulster County plan?
There is nothing yet. So it will be organized and structured.
Okay.
This is just the kickoff.
Okay.
Yep. But I am in discussions with the county because I guess they are looking. Which one is that you were just holding up?
This is 2019. It is the current plan.
For the county?
Yeah.
Huh.
From the Department of the Environment.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Maybe that does that say government operations on the front of it?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so maybe they're doing a community one because they did reach out to ask about like our whole process. So maybe they're doing a community-wide one. I'm not sure. All right. So that's where the climate action plan is, and if you can share it, share everything you possibly can with everyone you can possibly share it with to get folks driven to the website and driven to the meeting.
Good.
Dan is not able to make the meeting, and he said that he and Maya still need to kind of gather up some of the inventory more and pull that together. So there is not much more to report on refrigerants. City sustainability projects. I am reporting that the LED project is still happening. Not complete yet, but we are working through that punch list, and we are going to get it complete in 2021. The organics plan, same thing. We are working through the draft, and Carla is working. She's dedicated an incredible amount of time, actually this week and next week, set aside from her normal work to work very strong, more dedicated on our plan to advance it a little faster. So I appreciate that on her part. And we have hired a new environmental asset manager. So John, as I mentioned, had left, and we did our interview.
Oh, when did what happened? Tell me.
I thought I mentioned it, but if I didn't,
I missed it.
Okay. Sean left the city in October, and he went out to he was moving with his family to take another job in Washington State, where he's from.
Oh, God. Okay.
That position received more than 30 applicants for the position. We narrowed that down to 21, and we ended up doing many interviews, and we have offered the position to a gentleman named Tom Nikrevich, and he will be starting on January 11th. And he will be sitting in the parks office here over in my office. He's still, just like Sean was, will be 75% in parks and 25% in engineering budget. But primarily he is going to be getting back to the original intent of what the position was, which is advance environmental initiatives for the city and not the project management that it shifted into. So it's great. I have a whole list of things already that Tom will be doing. He currently works for New York State doing a very, very, very similar work to what he will be doing for us. So I think it's going to be a very smooth transition. And all the parks projects are shifting from construction phase where they were back to some more planning for future. Some construction is on hold now, of course, because of obvious reasons with the snow. But we are going to be putting together a slate of new projects for next year and finishing projects that we're not able to get to so far this year. And that's where sustainability projects are. There also will be a sustainability report that's being put out. All of the departments put out a year-end report, and there will be a sustainability report that will be posted sometime in the beginning of the year. All right, Repair Cafe, any updates? Melissa or John?
We are suspended. No, we've had, stay in communication with our folks, but certainly the climate smart communities action is significant. And after the first of the year, we're going to put together and coordinate some outreach with the DEC. The point that we had made continually in this process is that it really works both ways, which is to say climate smart communities that don't have a repair initiative will be encouraged to get one, and communities that have a repair initiative but are not yet climate smart communities will be motivated to become one. And also to underscore that this is not Repair Cafe, this is community repair. So you can, there's, as I've often said, there's nothing proprietary about getting a group of people together in the town to fix stuff. You can do that and call it whatever you want. And so this is, this is a wide embrace for communities to organize their own program.
Big success. That's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a long time in the works, as I think you all know.
And I do want to just mention, I don't know if anyone was able to make the DEC update that was hosted last week with the New York State Association of Conservation Commissions, but one of the, in the post meeting that was just the New York State Association meeting, there was a whole section where we talked about repair cafes, and we had probably 40 or so folks on the call from conservation advisory councils around the state, and folks were just, we brought it up as a topic. We did kind of a round robin of short topics, and it was a great meeting. I can circulate the recording.
Yes.
For folks to see, certainly to you, John, if you'd like to see it.
Yes.
Because there are communities, particularly on the call, and to you, Melissa, as well. There were communities on the call that you might want to reach out to, or that you might want to just connect with, or, just be aware of what else is going on around the state in terms of repair cafes. So.
Yeah, that's really great. That is great to hear.
Great. Anything else on Repair Cafe? Do you want me to change the title of that from Repair Cafe to something else?
Oh, no.
Okay. Still Repair Cafe for us.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Any outreach and education? Melissa? We need to talk about the stickers, right?
Yes. Well, I actually called, so I thought it was, you were taking it over. I think I was confused. But then I realized, I called Fast Signs Printing yesterday to get more info on where we are in the process, and he needs me to provide the image change. I thought it was the way they sized it, but yeah, so I can do that after this meeting and send him the new thing. But he did say he fixed the with the quote to just say 30,000 stickers, which is what we decided to go with. We're gonna do a sticker campaign, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be a big thing.
Yeah. So we encumbered the money today. It's happening. So 30,000 pizza box stickers, and after they're produced, I will call on folks from Climate Smart to distribute those to the pizza places. And 30,000, we originally were like, just to be totally frank, I have no idea, maybe I've said this before, how many pizzas go out in this town in a normal week. But talking to, frankly, people at DPW, who apparently eat a lot of pizza, think that like a place like Plaza Pizza, or Picnic Pizza, or many others, I don't want to promote any one place, but places that have a huge volume could go through 1,000 in a week easily. So we had the money. The price point for 30,000 was not substantially different than 15,000, and so we doubled it. And the stickers don't go back. So 30,000, and we made it in this year's budget. And so thank you, Melissa, for all your hard work. If you can get them, my concern, you understand the concern, all right? It looked like it was like left aligned.
Yeah, good.
Okay. Yeah, I talked to Glenn yesterday as well. He said he talked to you. I said, we're making this happen. It's happening, but can you fix the image? He said it's your image. So we figured all that out. So he's just waiting on that from you, and then they're going to go to production. So We did get quotes
Okay.
from other places, but they came in the cheapest, and I'm really excited about it. So,
It was his idea to do the stickers, so I'm kind of glad because
Yeah.
I think during winter, especially with the pandemic, everyone's going ordering in. It's good, a perfect time for like a big campaign like this.
yeah. And I can't remember, do you recall, are they on rolls or are they individually cut?
Don't remember which one it is. There was a lot of talk about different types of stickers, different, yeah.
Okay, I hope they're individually cut. But if they're on rolls, we will figure that out too.
Melissa, what is the name of the company that's doing the work?
Fast sign.
Oh, I
Yes.
see. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I price compared with 3 places in Kingston, and they were the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so there's 3.5 by 3.5, which is probably more like that, full color. So super fun. I think this is a very exciting and interesting campaign, and I think that I will be interested, as the administration at DPW will be interested to see if this has an impact. I mean, it's pretty low cost. We already had the money allocated. And frankly, if the pizza places are willing to do it, it is extremely simple on our part, because we just hand them a stack of several thousand stickers and they do all the work of putting it on there. And whether they want to put them on every single one or one for the next 15 years, like, I don't know. So we'll have to do a test after we distribute them when we all order our pizzas to go to see if our pizza boxes have them on there.
Oh, yeah.
I'm sure we all go to different pizza places.
Now, one thought is that when we talk about putting up flyers, and bulletin boards and other public places, one thing that we always kind of highlight is that it's an opportunity for a conversation. Every time you put up a flyer, so not, someone is there, you can say, hey, I'm doing this, or do I need permission to do this? Or someone is standing there watching you do it. So every time you do that, it's an opportunity for a conversation. And so my thought is that, would our pizza purveyors be willing to point it out to customers? Say, here's your pizza, look at this sticker, and say something about what the sticker means, why it's there, who put it there, and so forth.
Yeah, so that brings up a good point. We can't just walk into Pie for the People and say, here you go, and leave it there, because the person who takes the stickers out of our hand is not necessarily the person that's going to be running it for their business. So it would be great then, the next step is actually to create a flyer that they would post to their employees.
Yes.
And maybe a forward-facing one and a back of house one that says, like, the back of house saying, these are why we have these stickers. This is what it's about. Here's some talking points. And then maybe a forward-facing one that says, like, this is why you have a sticker on your pizza box.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it's a kind of a dialogue with the owner or the manager, because you'd want to check back in a week and say, how's it going? What are you hearing? How's it, is it happening the way we all want it to happen?
Yeah,
that's
great.
I was thinking that I would call the pizza place to even see, like, if they're interested in participating. I can see how, they're very busy. I have a friend who used to work at a Pie for the People, and they get swamped. So I could see some people being like, I don't want my workers to have to do an extra task. So, I definitely think you need to at least ask, instead of just having people show up with them, and then that makes you kind of talk about it employee-wide, so that everyone knows that that's what's happening there. But so yeah, I plan on calling them, especially because right now with the pandemic, people don't want as much face-to-face time. So, figured I would call. But
awesome. Yeah, and I think it would be key, like, to say to them, not that I want to micromanage how they do it, but you walk into a place like La Florentina, which is not in Kingston, but there's a stack of pizza boxes that are not folded up right. So it's somebody's job to fold the box, fold another box, stack it, fold another box, stack it. They're not doing it every time a pizza comes in. They're like pre-doing it. So in theory, I would think, you got your stack of boxes here, you fold it, and you got your stack of stickers here, and you slap it on. And then, like, it could be a little bit of a, it doesn't have to be very complicated. But again, I'm not going to micromanage how people run their businesses, but ideally at least some pizza places will choose to do this. And so, Melissa, you're willing to keep working on this?
Yes, and I can make a flyer for the employees as well.
Great, fantastic. And then when you do the public facing flyer as well, I can put the PDF of that on the recycling webpage for the city.
Okay.
So that we can, people can, if they see it or whatever, and I'll put it on our Climate Smart stuff too, so that you can understand that that is related.
About like, I don't know, like how much pizza boxes are contaminating the recycling or anything like that we could put on there.
I mean, I don't know that I have a percentage, or I know it's in like the top 3 contaminants.
What?
It's definitely in the top 3 contaminants, that and clamshells, and maybe it's in the top 2.
Yeah, it's a really good thing for people to be aware of. Melissa, do we know how many pizza locations there are in the city? Are we talking 30, 50?
15.
Oh, 15, okay.
15, but that includes places that are not just pizza places. That also includes like Frank Guido's Little Italy, which technically puts out pizza boxes, Tony's, which technically puts out pizza boxes, you know, and then actual places that are pizza only.
Okay, well, 15 is not a crazy number. You can have good one-to-one contact with those owners / managers. Yeah,
and I will say that 15 really varies in terms of their output of pizza. So a place like Tony's, even though it's technically a pizzeria, like I can imagine that their output of actual pizza boxes or Little Italy is far, 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 far less than a place like Plaza Pizza that is just like,
right.
You know, and then there's Domino's, and I don't know if they would do it either, but they're on the list too. So there's
interesting.
Yep. Okay, so that's that, and that's awesome. And I really, really want to thank Melissa for all of her work on this. It came together at the end of the year, and it's a fantastic, unique way of doing marketing and education. So awesome.
Great.
Okay.
Melissa, send me the graphics, send me the info for the Facebook.
Okay, I will.
Cool. Anything else on that? Okay. Green Business Challenge or Green Jobs, Veta, anything on that?
Nope.
Okay.
No.
Do you know if they put that green business person in their budget, in the county's budget for next year?
I do not know, but we have our Ulster Climate Smart meeting on Monday evening, believe it or not. So no rest for the weary. So I will raise it. In fact, I'll shoot an email to Fawn, the agenda person now, just so I don't forget.
Great. Okay. Any updates on zoning, Kevin?
Yeah, I had a conference call with Andrea, the Common Council president, and Jeffrey Morrell with one of our zoning task force members, Anthony Tampone, and a couple of other community members. Tanya Gorman was on this call, and Nate Elkins, if anybody knows Nate. And we were discussing the best way to approach the Common Council on restarting the zoning initiative. And it where we left off was Andrea put up a Google page, and everybody was I put the meeting notes there, and people were putting in ideas as to the the best way to go about this. Anthony may present again. He's presented once. I think it was at Laws and Rules. I think it was, or it could have been Finance. I'm not sure. I think it was Laws and Rules though. No, maybe it was. I don't know. He presented to a group of Common Council members in any event, and he may have to do that again. It was also discussed that Tony from the CBA, Tony Aguilares, may present to them on the need, because when you don't have a proper zoning code, it ends up at the ZBA. And he'd like to clean that act up, I think. I think the latest thing, which I think the several of us that are on the CAC are aware of, the latest zoning thing that came out was Hutton Brickyard. Yeah, they came in with a whole master plan thing that they presented Monday night, and it's open for public comment for until third week of January. I made the request to Suzanne to get that extended, the time period on that. And they have a split zone. They have where they have the Brickyard, and that's like the waterfront zoning. So it's consistent with their special use permits that they have now are consistent with waterfronts, LWRP and revitalization of the waterfront. Okay, but the back section is zoned for one-family housing, and they want to put a lot of glamping back there in wetlands and steep slopes and archaeology. Interesting. So, yeah, that'll be continued, but that's just an example. I'm just using the Brickyard as just an example of these things that keep coming up because the zoning initiative is sitting on the table somewhere. So, I think that's it for zoning for the moment. We'll continue.
Great. Thanks for that update. John? Sorry, did you have any updates from Heat Smart, John? Is Heat Smart still going on? Where are we with that?
Oh, it was initially to end in December, and I don't know whether it is being extended. So I don't know.
Do you know what would determine whether it is or not?
Nope.
Okay. Well,
I'm not very close to that, but I can certainly find out.
You want me to take it off the agenda?
I think so.
Okay. We are going to reevaluate, as we always do in the January meeting, what their priorities are for the year, but I will take that off for now.
Yeah.
Thank you. Anyone have anything on solar or community solar?
I don't think so.
Community choice aggregation is really moving through the county. Saugerties, New Paltz has it. Gardner is considering it. It's getting a lot of traction.
Yeah, I've been following it in the news, in Saugerties at least.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and it is exciting that now there's going to be opt-out. Speaking of community solar, there is going to be opt-out community solar, CCA, like community choice aggregation, opt-out community solar. So, for instance, if Kingston joined, a CCA, we could then have a deal with a community solar developer so that every person in Kingston would just automatically get subscribed to a community solar array and get a discount on our bills. And unless the person opted out, which why would they? As opposed to so far some of the issues with CCA is that to do the green power, it's been like a little bit more like kind of with an ESCO. So this is like the next frontier of CCA, and there's two towns kind of like out west, the western part of the state, that are moving forward with this, and it's just hopefully going to really drive the market and be really exciting.
Great. Keep us posted on that. That's moving forward. I mean, we are going to be working very closely with CLP on CCA for sure, probably, certainly as part of this climate action plan process and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Energy stretch code. I know Jess isn't here, but she did just kind of give me an update. We had the presentation the last time. I guess Mike DeWine and Steve Knox haven't had a chance to connect. Jess is going to check back on things after the first of the year, once end of the year chaos is over, and continue to get things moving. And I know Carla Castillo is really interested in having us, if we are going to move that forward, which it seems like we would, to do that soon, so that we can be eligible for funding that's coming that she was mentioning.
Hmm.
Okay, we don't have any new business. Announcements, communications, events, or updates. Serena, Public Safety, I got your note. I'm going to speak to Alderman Davis to ensure that you are added to the outreach or the communications for the meeting information. Was there anything else from Public Safety that you wanted to bring up on the call?
No, because their meeting happened already, so we just kind of missed them this month. We'll try again in January. Better luck next time.
Okay.
Serena, you had Facebook messaged me on a item for our Climate Smart Kingston Facebook page, and I need to go back and look at that, right? You did send me something?
Well, it was an article. Actually, I kind of missed my chance to speak up when we were on refrigerants, because it was an article saying that they just passed legislation banning one of the really most hazardous CFCs. And I didn't have time to read the article, but it was just like a good, clean piece of journalism. It was unbiased, and I thought it was good news. And if we wanted to post something, because I know refrigerants are kind of at the top of the list right now, that was good information.
Yeah, thanks for sending it. I'll go back and get it, and I'll post it.
Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm running late from work. It's really crazy where I work right now, so I couldn't video in.
Okay, we appreciate you being here. Okay, thank you. Ulster County Climate Smart Committee, any updates, Better? Did you have a meeting in between?
No, we're having our meeting Monday.
Okay. All right, excellent. And in terms of, are there any other announcements or communications or events?
I'm going to mention one thing, that the Ulster County, I am now on the Recycling Oversight Committee, and this may be new news to this group. I'm on the Recycling Oversight Committee for Ulster County. And then one step further, I'm part of the working group for the Zero Waste Implementation Plan. So that is, I'm going to suggest, Julie, that starting in January, that could be a regular agenda item that I can report on.
Great. Okay. Congratulations on your appointment.
Oh boy, it is. It's a really good group.
Yeah. Okay, so we have several social media postings that we had talked about. Are there any others?
Well, I forgot to ask John to make me a Facebook admin, which we talked about last meeting.
Oh, yes, Melissa,
so
I would happily do that.
Just to have some redundancy, so that's great.
I just need to know your Facebook. What do they need to know? Your how you are registered with Facebook. I'll communicate offline.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any other announcements, communications, events, or updates?
I think the big one you already said, right?
We already said it. All that said them. So as of now, we will decide again in January, but as of now, we're going to keep our January meeting at least at the fourth Wednesday of the month at 5. So it will be January 27th. I will say, and you will notice if you looked at your calendar invite, that it will from here on be Zoom. And so we'll see all of the city has transitioned to Zoom. We are no longer going to be using GoToMeeting. So anything that you see coming out with this city meeting will be Zoom from here out. And it won't really be any different on your end because I'm sure you Zoom all the time. So just a heads up on that. And at that meeting, we will vote for secretary and also for what is valuable for us that we want to work on for 2021.
Okay.
Okay. Any other business? If not, I need a motion to adjourn for the final time in 2020.
Who wants to motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second? Melissa, okay, Melissa, second. All in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, it is 5:39. And I'm going to stop
Gee.
recording.
Okay.
Wow.